It's March 27th, 2012. I'm Curtis Hollister, and you're watching 52-Week Low, the show that profiles public companies trading at or around their 52-week trading low. Today, we're talking about YRCW, or YRC International, the yellow truck guys, and the fact that they are in a downward spiral and have been since September of last year. Joining me is Dana Blankenhorn, a top contributor on Seeking Alpha. Dana, welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
So, Dana, you before we talk business, you just went on a vacation to Texas. How was the Alamo?
It's still there. It was crowded with people, and I saw a lot of yellow trucks on the road.
You saw a lot of, well, perfect segue into YRC International. The fact that this company that was trading around $600 a share in the last 52 weeks is now trading at $6 a share and has been since about September of this year. What's going on with the company and what can you tell me?
Debt. In a word, debt. These folks took on a lot of debt to grow. They got caught out by the big recession. And now they're struggling to try and pay back that debt. They have a lot of money due in this coming quarter, and the question is whether they'll be able to bring in enough income to pay that off and also continue to run the business. It's a very speculative opportunity at this point, but you're looking at getting in with a stockholders' equity that is rapidly dwindling down to probably now about 55 million or south of that, for a company that has assets worth over $4 billion and annual sales of close to that as well.
So basically, these guys are the soft underbelly that the hyenas are tearing at this situation. Obviously, I mean, this is a company that's been around for a very long time. These guys have effectively been kind of the backbone of America in a lot of ways, as far as its growth. And this is a company, I think it was founded on the East Coast, was it not?
Yeah, and the guy who they brought in to try and turn it around has worked at the company for a long time. He left around the top. Went off to another company, was fairly successful running that, and was brought in last year really out of desperation, and is dedicated to the cause of the company. I mean, he's somebody who cares about the company and its people. He started down at the bottom. So you're really betting on this guy's ability to make money. The last quarter, for instance, sales were up 11%. And profits were up. Operating profits were up. The question is, can he grow those operating profits while shedding assets and maintaining payment on what they owe?
Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds to me like Welch, who is experienced in the industry, he's obviously an operator. He knows what he has to do. They've gotten, per what you've mentioned in your article, they've gotten rid of a lot of international assets in some jurisdictions that aren't so easy to work in, like China as an example.
Mm-hmm. Right. They're trying to shed anything that they can that might actually be making money that's not material to the company. They've also gotten rid of a lot of top-level people. Wall Street seems to enjoy seeing management get rid of low-level people, but they're getting rid of top-level people, and that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, you've mentioned here that the institutionally held at 37%. That's not really that much when you look at a company of this size. So is this all retail?
I've been taking a look at it again, and actually the institutions are bailing right now. That percentage is down to 27%. It was 37% a while ago. Institutions are getting out of this stock as fast as they can. And it may be a case where he just doesn't have the time. It just can't be done. They're gonna go under and come back through some sort of bankruptcy process. That's what the shorts, and there's a very heavy short interest. That's what the shorts are betting on. That the only solution for this company is bankruptcy and just backing out of the debt, wiping out the shareholders' equity, wiping out the pension plan. You do that, and now you've got a wildly profitable, highly valuable company.
Yeah, it sounds to me like that's effectively the armies are being set up to effectively do that. If not to talk negative on Wall Street, but the fact of the matter is if they can short this, make money on the way down, put it into bankruptcy, and then refinance it and re-put it into a new public company, man, that seems like good business if you're on Wall Street.
Yeah, it is. But if you're on Main Street, it's not necessarily good business. And the ripple effects from a yellow bankruptcy would be really substantial. A lot of people are going to get hurt. Places are going to get hurt. I sort of compare it to Ford.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom of the last recession, Ford, GM, Chrysler, these were really big companies with lots of assets. Unfortunately, while this company has $4 billion in assets, it's not necessarily big enough to attract a government bailout, especially since the rest of the economy is not tanking.
So it comes down to the fact that if they are on death's door, they're either going to have to do another kind of financing to satiate their existing creditors with a new kind of structure, or go into bankruptcy. Let's say that it's binary and they don't go into bankruptcy. What does the company look like for the next 12 months?
It's going to be a lot smaller. I think they're going to have to do something to deal with that debt and those obligations. I think that's what they're negotiating now. I think that Welch is dedicated to getting something done short of bankruptcy. It's a profitable enterprise.
Yeah.
I mean, this company made $318 million in operating profit in the last quarter. About 11%, I think, of sales went down to operating profit.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a bad company. This is just a company that made a very, very basic mistake, which is borrowing a whole lot of money right before the market crash.
Yeah, no, exactly. So let's say Welch is a genius and he's able to turn Coke into Pepsi, or Pepsi into Coke in this case. So, anybody that believes in him and his ability to turn this around and do another financing, if this stock goes up to 1/6 of what its value was before, up to $100 stock, that's a pretty cool trade.
Yes, that is, and that's what this is a purely speculative play. If you're an investor, do not play with any money that you can't afford to lose readily. But if you are willing to take a chance on it, if you are willing to get in front of the falling knife, if you are willing to bet on yellow and on and on Mr. Welch, your opportunity to make a lot of money is there.
Yeah, no, and this is one of those stories. Although this happens all the time to companies, you want these guys to win. These guys have hardworking families. These are truckers. These are supplies people. These are operational people. These are the guys that the middle class of America that we have to have employed. And an attack on them is
a company with real assets.
Yeah, an attack on them is an attack on the model, effectively. I see this as like, wow, wouldn't this just be the story of the trade for 2012 if these guys pull it around and Welch is successful?
And remember that because the rest of the economy is doing very well, and because demand for trucking services is going up. I saw a lot of trucks on the road last week. There is the chance, and it's an outside chance, but there is the chance that this guy can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll know a lot more in about a month.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If they can just refinance or stop the foreclosure, wow, what a great story. What a great story. Anything else you want to say about these guys, Dana?
I'm rooting for them. I'm not investing in them, but I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
This is the kind of company you see at 52-week lows when the market is rising the way it is. You really are looking at an emergency room situation with some of the companies at 52-week lows. At this point in the market, more of them deserve to be there than not.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Okay, Dana, thanks so much for your time on this one.
Talk to you later.
If you'd like more information on Dana Blankenhorn, you can visit his blog on Seeking Alpha. If you'd like more videos from public issuers or industry experts, you can visit investorchannel.tv. I'm Curtis Hollister. Thanks for watching 52 Week Low.